Sup? Sorry, having having technical difficulties. Right now I'm on Fort Bragg. Just got done. I was at the education center. Show y'all. I'm still at the education center actually. Um, yeah, I just got done with BSEP. Um, my wife wanted me to kind of talk about the Cassells and what they upload and what's going on with them. Um, I don't usually get in people business like that. I don't usually say stuff, but that morning that I made the last video, I felt compelled to say something. Because like I said in the last video regarding the Cassells, I think it's very important that that troop got, his whole, all his kids under one roof. You know what I'm saying? Um, However, hey, this YouTube, we're allowed to talk, we're allowed to voice our opinions, say what we need to say. And my wife thought I should, just give my opinion on that. I don't know. I was reading in the comments, and a lot of people pissed off. Pissed off, they feel like, they feel like he ran off or whatnot. Like, she got tired of it. Some people feel like, they need time apart. Everybody has mixed feelings about it or whatever. Me, I support it all. That's a troop. That's a military family, and they going through their differences or whatnot. It just so happens to be on YouTube. So I'm just gonna give my opinion on what I think. Yeah, what it is. So like with my parents, right? So he said something about how, his mom real. And he talks to his mom about this, talks to his mom about that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When it come to like me and my wife issues, I don't talk to nobody. If I'm gonna talk to somebody, it's gonna be a therapist, it's gonna be somebody like that. But for the most part, I don't talk to nobody about what me and her got going on, because what I've learned over these years is the problems you two got going on in that relationship, y'all created that. You know what I mean? Y'all need to work that out. The less people involved, the better. Especially parents. Parents gonna protect you. You they baby. You know what I mean? Your parent gonna protect you. My mom is gonna put me first. So if I come to my mom with an issue that's going on in my marriage, she gonna come. She gonna protect me first. Even if I'm wrong, she's still gonna protect me. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So the less people in your relationship, the better, right? Um, you know, the whole age thing. That's kind of crazy to me, because I know troops right now. I know young people right now, that's 21, 22 years old, when they got married. They're not at 30. Been married for 10, 15 years. Some of them been married for 30 years. You know what I mean? Age ain't nothing but a number. It's learning how to work with that person. Point blank. Period. Clearly, whatever reasons you married that person, those was the individual reasons that you had. Stick to them reasons. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to change nobody. Like I always be preaching. Worry about you. Worry about yourself, and put you first, and work on what makes you tick and talk, and learn to master yourself. You can't sit there and put all the responsibility on your wife, your husband, because that's not their responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I think if both people in a marriage practice that, the marriage will work out for sure, regardless of the age. Um, what else he said? He said, oh, so he said when he met her, she was living with her mom in New York. He pretty much what he said, all in a nutshell, was he took her out of this situation and gave her this, pretty much what he's saying is he took her out of this situation, put her in this situation, provided her with this, and that, so on and so forth. You know, and you know, he helped create this life for her, and gave her this opportunity, and so on and so forth, you know. And all in a nutshell, I guess what he's trying to say is that he's older, she's younger. He's experienced more. She don't know shit. So the maturity level is not the same. So pretty much the way she's acting, he's like, you know what? You was too young to begin with you was too young. You was too young when you signed up for the big leagues. So I'm gonna let you be free. I'm gonna let you do your thing. You go back out there, go get hurt a couple more times, have a harder life, get your mind right, get some experiences under your belt. Now you ready. If that ain't the most ass backwards shit I'd have heard in my life. Man, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. I jumped off the porch super early. 15. My mom and dad tell you 15 I left my house. I was gone. You know what I mean? And I had to deal with it and deal with life and what life brought and so on and so forth. I don't wish that on nobody. Look, if you took an individual, I ain't gonna say took, if you met an individual that was in a, you know, worse off situation than you was, and you had the means or the finances or whatever it is to help get that person in the best situation, then y'all end up getting married and so on and so forth. It don't matter where they came from. You know, y'all in a whole different ballgame. Y'all in a whole new situation now. So y'all got to work together to make that thing work. Facts. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing as, oh, we ain't working out because you too young. We ain't working out because we ain't on the same page mentally. So what I'm going to do is let you go and do your thing so you can have the same level of experiences that I got. You learn the ropes, and then let's see where they go. I don't know. I mean, look, I could have interpreted that wrong, but that's what I got from it. And I think that's some bullshit, honestly. Um, but what he did say was cool. I really respected this piece right here. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole entire I haven't seen his wife's video. I just saw his video, and he said that they had a good time in Alaska. I think that's pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? For you to show that clip, I thought that was pretty cool. I did almost 7 years in Alaska myself. I was stationed in Fort Richardson, Anchorage, Alaska. That was my first duty station actually. And he right, you know, they deploy a lot up out of there. I got 3 deployments up out of there. So you know, it's high tempo out there or whatever. You know, it ain't like the 82nd though. But you know, he said he had a he said he had a great time out there, you know, with his wife and everything, and he wouldn't have wanted to spend it with nobody else other than him. I respect that. I think that's real. That's what's up. What else he said? Oh, he say, you know, he say he still love her. He say he still misses her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on one of Kiara's lives, she was in their bedroom. I guess he was in the living room, and she was saying something like he's right there in the living room, and he needs. Pretty much, she was saying, hey, he needs to come save his family. Essentially, you know, don't take what I'm saying word for word, but essentially, you know, he needs to let me know that, hey, we gonna work out, we gonna work this thing out, we good to go, and he didn't do that because of his pride, right? You can't sit there and be like, oh, I love you, I'll do anything for you, whatever you need, I got you, after the fact. Those are things that you do regardless. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. This for you women out there. There are men out there that get married, that become husbands, but they're still shameful. They're still scared. They're still timid. They're still afraid to be a husband. Meaning, if they need to say something, you know what I'm saying, they still feel, you know, self-conscious about showing their wife their real true love, showing their wife that they hurt, showing their wife things. You can ask my wife right now, I express it all. No mouths about me, period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna never be to where I'm walking with pride all day, to where I push you clean out the house. that ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the real me every time from the heart. Cause I think that's what a real man, a husband, should express himself that way to his wife, and he shouldn't be timid with dealing with his wife. Um, what else he say? What else he say? Um, what did he say? Oh, he said he reads books about positivity. I it, I wish I was able to like ask him like, what you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is you reading books about positivity after the fact, or was this happening during the entire process? You know, because what we gotta remember is we can read books all day, and there's a lot of books out there that give great information, especially about relationships. But if you don't practice it, if you don't live it, then it ain't gonna do nothing for you. You just gonna be kind of a knowledgeable person without action. Yeah, you gonna kind of know what you talking about, but you ain't gonna know what it feel like. So to me, that ain't to me. I don't see how that can contribute to real change in the individual. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, what's going on is, and I'm about to go. Clearly, what's going on is there's a lot of resentment from his past relationship he didn't deal with. That's one thing about relationships. You move on too quick and you don't process that pain. You don't process that abandonment. You don't process that loss. All you're gonna do is carry that loss with you. You literally gonna be what it do, boy? My boy. That's Danker right there, Eddie. What up, man? I'm just trying to put everybody up on gang, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and you know, let me know when I'm talking about some bush. You literally gonna be a moving hurricane. You gonna be a hurricane. Y'all ever met people that everywhere they go, there's a problem, but they try to blame it on everybody else? And then you get to thinking like, you know what? You went to this high school, got kicked out. Went to that high school, got kicked out. Went to this high school, got kicked out. So on and so forth. But you blaming everybody else. Or you blaming your past. You blaming your parents. You blaming your upbringing. Whatever you want to blame. Nah, man, it's you. You are the hurricane. You literally have a hurricane in you. Because everywhere you go, there's a massive problem. There's something going on. This is your second marriage, Holmes. Period. Trust me, I know what time it is. This is your second marriage, man. And look at what's happening. You know what I'm saying? That 4 or 5 year period, things start to get kind of wicked. It's weird. I don't know if that's, you know, all you people out there that are therapists and doctors and all that good stuff, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read that like the average divorce happens around 5 years or something like that. You know what I mean? But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you know, I feel like bro got a lot of resentment he got to deal with. I feel like there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of processing that needs to happen. I've been divorced before too. You can ask my wife. I did a lot of processing. I did a lot of processing. I would literally get off work, go to Applebee's, and I eat by myself. I just sit there and eat by myself, or I go fishing, or I go run 15 miles. You know, hey, what's up, Amber? You know, I will go do things to help me process what's going on. People say, oh, after a serious, deep relationship, you need time. You need time to deal with your feelings and so on and so forth. What they need to really say is, hey, this person needs time to process. Yes, that's right. He needs counseling. She needs counseling too, though. You know what I'm saying? I think divorce is 50-50. Divorce is 50-50, period. You know what I'm saying? If you knew he was a fly dude in the club, he had all the women, and then, hold on, do I think he's a narcissist? No, he's not no narcissist, because the true definition of a narcissist, if we want to be real, is a person that has no feelings about nothing. They literally have no feelings about nothing. That's a true narcissist. But see, a narcissist ain't gonna act in a narcissistic way towards one particular person. They gonna be like that across the board. You know, in the military, you cannot suffer from narcissism. You can't be a narcissist in the military. You can't. That's a medical disqualifier. You cannot be a narcissist in the military. You can't. A true narcissist shows no feeling of care to nothing, to no one. Not just no wife, but that's what people tend to when we jump into this, when we jump into this debate, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend debate, why people stay together, broke up, whatever, well, why people broke up, so on and so forth. We want to point the finger and play the blame game. That's one of the biggest things people want to say. Well, he didn't care. You know, that's something I hear a lot. That man didn't care. If he is a narcissist, he not gonna care about his own son. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let me tell y'all something. And go look it up. A man and men and women think completely different. We think completely different. We all may have the same goal, but how we get there may not be the same. It's just facts. As a man, think about compartmentalization, right? Think of a man that's having 20 little blocks in their brain. This block's for football games. This block is for playing spades and getting their head bust, getting set. This block is for doing PT. The other block is for working on their car or whatever. If you're talking to me about football, only thing I'm focused on is football because I'm in that block. I'm in that. Hold on. I got you. I'm in that block. The only thing I'm focused on is I'm in that. It's the football. That's what we're talking about, right? If you bring up something else, it's gonna throw me off because I'm not thinking about that. I got 100% of my attention, brain power in this box. Y'all probably think I'm sound crazy, but a woman, they're different. Women are different. They're just literally, genetically, scientifically different. And us as men and women, we have to understand that about each other. And that's part of knowing who you with. That's part of learning that person. That's part of studying that person. The number one thing you should be studying every day besides yourself is your spouse. You should know everything it is to know about your spouse. What makes them mad, makes them sad, makes them tickle, makes them talk. You should know everything about your spouse, right? So with a woman, with all women, everything's connected. Imagine a power line going down the highway. Everything's connected. Football practice, homework, Valentine's Day, Ray Dunn, cheerleading practice, schoolwork, I don't know, vacation, best friend problems. Everything's connected with them. It's all one connection. And us as men and women, we fundamentally have to understand that about each other. Doggone like you cutting on. Hey, Amber, what was your question? I'm sorry. Can you ask your question again? I kind of touched on the narcissist thing, and if y'all think I'm full of ish, go research and learn for yourself. Amber, what was your question? Okay. Well, experiencing divorce. He touched on oh, here you go. I think CPS got involved and she flew the coop. Okay. Well, let's think about that for a second. Let's think about that for a second. Let's think about the environment, right? So what I'm getting from this entire situation in previous videos is she comes from kind of a, she comes from that background, you know what I'm saying? Because Corey's mom has been making accusations. Okay, so we got baby mom, right? I ain't gonna say baby mom. I ain't gonna disrespect that. We got Corey's mom saying one thing, right? And then we got Kiara and her action, right? CPS gets involved. Kiara flies the coop. Let me explain something to y'all about CPS. As long as you're in the continental USA, it don't matter where you go. If CPS was really involved like that, there was a real bona fide case, it don't matter if she left Texas and went to Virginia. If she involved CPS-wise, they going to contact her up there. That's just how that works. You can't outrun CPS. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? And my opinion with on Corey's mom, that can go so many ways right there. You know what I'm saying? That can, well, hold on. So that can go so many ways with Corey's mom. You know what I mean? She could be jealous. She could be suffering from the same things, you know, resentment. When people divorce, people don't understand. When you divorce, it's like death. It's like a death. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna get it back. And it's 50-50. And also, something led up to the divorce. It's probably not one thing, it's probably multiple things that led up to that divorce. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that that's now your enemy. And we gonna have to go to court, do what we have to do to split this thing. Court, the dude, Cassell, him and his child's mother, I don't think there was no cool breakup. I think they was fighting for custody of that child for the longest anyway. How you think Corey's mom feel about losing custody in court, and now you have, you know, Kiara taking care of this of her son now? You know what I'm saying? Whatever she was, whatever it was that she was calling CPS on, it's two things. Either it's legit or it's some BS. If it's legit, CPS gonna be involved and they gonna deal with that. If it's some BS, it all goes away. You know what I mean? I still don't think that that is grounds for you as a spouse to leave your family. Just not. I've always been taught that home is where your husband's at. You know what I'm saying? I think what should have happened was she should have jumped up and went and stayed. Well, she shouldn't have went nowhere. Those kids shouldn't have went nowhere. Old boy should have got up and went to his battle buddy house, went to his partner house. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think should have happened. You know, I think she left too soon. Yeah, she left too soon. Of course she left too soon. Of course she left too soon. She shouldn't have left. You can have my wife right now. We get into it, something pop off, I'm gone. You see this car right here? This would be my home. This would be my house right here. This would be my house. If me and my wife beefing, I'm not gonna. I think it's more what Des did more than anything. Yeah, but everybody make mistakes. And a marriage ain't perfect. Go talk to somebody that's been married for 35 years and ask them about all the problems they had. Listen to what they're gonna tell you. If you think marriage is perfect, don't get married, because if life was fair, all us right now, we wouldn't be here. If life was fair, we would not be here. For better or for worse, big facts. But there's a catch to that. For better or for worse, right? Would you stay with somebody, would you stay married to somebody continuously, but to go in front of Megan saying she wasn't ish before she met him? Once again, you gotta understand. If my husband said or did what Des did, I'm out. Nah, you wouldn't be out. You just acting hard. You wouldn't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about what you leaving. If you upset about what somebody say, leave and go process that. But don't end it. Don't cut it off. Because clearly, we got to figure out what's going on with this person. Why is this person popping off like this? Why is this person acting like this? Was Kiara's success on YouTube getting to him? Right? Was he starting to feel, insecure? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure her DM blowing up from random dudes all over the world trying to get with her. We all don't mean out of anger. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's anger. So one thing y'all need to understand about feelings is this right here. Anger don't come first. It don't. It's impossible. You're sad first. Before anger, you're sad first. And if a person is in a reactive state, clearly they're not in their right state of mind. I think it's like 111, 112 BPMs for your heart. Like once your heart gets to a certain rate, you literally stop processing. You stop processing information and you turn into survival mode. For example, let's say, the mailman says something crazy to me and it hurts my feelings. I'm glad I have the training and the self control to think before I speak. But imagine if that man said something crazy to me that hurt my feelings, right? The first thing I'm gonna do After my feelings is hurt, I'm gonna go into a reactive state, and it's now flight or fight. Me, I'm gonna fight. Anybody that know me know I'm gonna fight. So I'm gonna blurt out something crazy, and then if he blurt out something crazy, I'm gonna blurt out something even more crazier. Let me tell y'all something. You don't want to mess with somebody that gives just a little more no than you. You know what I'm saying? You need to leave that person alone. What did I miss? What's up, Joy? I ain't missed nothing. I'm just talking about the Cassell situation and what's going on with their relationship. I love Dez, but those comments were so wrong. Yeah, they was wrong. They was wrong. They was, but it's not grounds for divorce. To me, what's grounds for divorce is adultery. Okay? I know somebody right now. I know somebody right now that done gave their wife STDs. To me, that's grounds for divorce. A divorce. I know somebody right now. Okay, another person that cheated on their spouse and spends their money on their spouse. The first time I chat, I should just find you there. Yeah, I'm a real one. You know what I'm saying? G's up. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you can't. You know their situation to me, cause he was real adamant about y'all don't know the real or what happened. Y'all don't know this. Y'all don't know that. So on, so on, so forth. But then on his wife's end, she's saying all this stuff. What we gotta sit back and remember is it's two different perspectives. Although both of them experience the same thing, it's two different perspectives. So you feel there ain't no coming back from adultery. Hell no, ain't no coming back for no adultery. Ain't no coming back for no adultery. Period. Ain't no coming back for adultery. Nah. Nah. No. Why would you want to stay with somebody that's gonna cheat on you? That's all she want. You know what I'm saying? Is she younger than him? Yeah. Is he older than her? Yeah. Who play the games the best? Who's better at playing games? Her? Probably not. Probably him. I think he knows she ain't going nowhere. I think she knows she ain't going nowhere. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She got up and left. She's in Virginia. My boy Sean Gibbs told me something a while back. He was like, you know what I'm saying? When two people separate like that, especially and the woman goes on about goes off or whatever, there's always some dude that's just lurking. There's always some dude that's trying. And y'all already know she got almost 90,000 subscribers. What y'all think her inbox look like? Her inbox probably crazy. Crazy. All tight. It's crazy. Her inbox crazy right now. You know what I mean? I think the number one thing old boy should have did was, if nothing was working out for him, everything was going to hell, he should have stepped back and asked himself, what can I do to fix this? Not even much, well, before he talked to her. Because clearly, the way he thinks and the choices he makes, he can't talk to her in the right way. He needs to learn how to talk to her in the right way. Age ain't got nothing to do with it. He needs to learn how to talk to her in the right way. Yeah, Nicole, you right about that. You know what I mean? And the only way he gonna learn how to talk to her in the right way is he gotta learn about himself. He gotta be able to pay. He gotta be able to have his own clues, own cues. Excuse me, own cues. This is a level 1 situation. Let me keep it a level 1 situation. Not every situation requires the same reaction. It don't. It just don't. Not every situation requires the same reaction. You know what I'm saying? If he feel that he saved her, so he think he run ish. Did he save her? I think we take that out of context. I mean, what did he save her from? You know what I mean? think about it like this. After I got my GED and I joined the military, my entire life changed immediately. Hold on. Yeah, he did. My life changed immediately. Like it was immediately, right? That's kind of what happens when you marry a soldier, an airman, or whoever. Your life is kind of gonna change immediately. Now, I don't know Kiara's background. I don't know if she was in a situation that was horrible. You know what I'm saying? If she was in a situation where she was around gang members all day, if she was in a drug-infested neighborhood, right? If her mom was on dope. Maybe y'all do. I don't know Kiara's situation. But if they linked up, got married, he took her away from that, took her out of that, and let's think about it from an environment standpoint. What if that was her environment and he took her out of that environment? Did he save her? Maybe potentially he saved her from et cetera, right? I don't know. But the point is, he married her. As a man, you got to hold yourself to a higher standard. Reason why you got to hold yourself to a higher standard as a man, in my opinion, is because of what I was talking about with the compartmental thinking for a man and for a woman, everything being connected. Everything's connected with a woman, right? So they're not taught, if they don't know, right? If they haven't received that type of emotional training, right, to control themselves, they may not rationally be thinking. They may just be operating off emotions. As a man, we gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard of control. If my spouse calls me out my name, I can't turn around and call her back out her name. You know what I mean? I can't do that. I gotta have enough sense about myself to say, you know what? My wife, who I'm charged to protect, right? Who I'm charged to serve. You know what I mean? I gotta figure out what's going on with my wife. Because at the end of the day, guess what? At the end of the day, guess what? Think of it like this. To me, this is just my opinion, and we can debate it. I don't care. They are on two different pages. They aren't equally yoked until they get on the same page. It's not going to be right. He needs to humble himself and let go of the damn pride. They both, sometimes he think of her as his child, not his wife. See, all those things that y'all are saying, that's all a part of resentment from something in the past. That's all a part of abandonment. That's all a part of, not just saying that based on what he said. Right. So we all on the same page. Yeah, being equally yoked, what does that mean? Being equally yoked. Me and my wife ain't equal at all. By no means. Me and my wife, we get into arguments. We're not equally yoked at all. What I think that means is, right, because, clearly, we've been taught certain things, right? But nobody taught me to learn about me. Nobody taught me to understand what makes me tick and tock. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a part of it. If you're going to move into another relationship, whoever it is, you need to make sure you know what it is you want. You need to make sure you know what makes you tick and tock. Wanting the same thing, being on the same page, not necessarily financial. Equally yoked means on the same spiritual level. Okay, now see that? Having the same spiritual belief. If we're going to say equally yoked, then having the same spiritual belief. Do they not have the same spiritual belief? I don't. Do they not have the same spiritual belief? I think both of them believe in God. Even still, having the same spiritual belief does not guarantee that you're going to have a successful marriage. From my experiences, what I've concluded is it's all about individuality. That's what I've concluded. You go to any marriage counseling session, what they gonna talk about? What happens in a marriage counseling session? Y'all come together, right? And then y'all's therapist is gonna say, hey, I wanna meet with y'all individually. How two must become one, exactly. You can't become one with nobody if you ain't one with yourself first. Resentment, abandonment, you gotta love yourself and keep yourself all, exactly. That's facts. That's facts. If I'm operating off resentment, if I'm operating off of pain from, because think about it, every relationship that I'm strong, where her is weak, that's why it works. Facts. Oh, okay, facts. Know what I mean? That's a part of it, right? Because we're talking about relationships. Relationships are very complicated. You can still be an individual, but you must come together and be on the same page. You must come together and be on the same page. Facts. But sometimes on Monday, I might be on a different page than you. And then Wednesday, you may be on a different page than me. But the number one thing we have to do is do what? We got to treat everybody with just respect. You know what I mean? You got to recognize a level 1 situation is a level 1 situation. You also got to recognize that, hey, I don't want to make this situation worse. If you on a different page than me today, I still got to keep myself under control. The point I'm making is, if you call me out my name, I got a choice to make. At that point, I have a choice. I can say, forget everything and call you back out your name. Or I can say, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna, loving yourself first to love someone else and respect your partner for who they are. Exactly. Respect your people, respect your partner for who they are. Why? Because you married them. Let me explain something. If you marry somebody that's still all the time, they still. Don't marry them first and then try to fix them. I want you to stop stealing. We need to go to counseling. Blah blah. No, you already married them. They was a thief while y'all was dating. You can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look. How long was they dating? How long was they together? You know what I mean? Desmond got a lot to think about. She got a lot to think about. I think the number one thing that they should do is worry about themselves. I think they need to figure out what they truly want. I'm going to tell y'all something about this, too. Check this. You can have two people that go to counseling, right? Marriage counseling, for example. And as they grow to learn how to love themselves individually and understand what makes them tick and tock, there ain't no guarantee they're going to stay together. The goal is for them to stay together, but there still ain't no guarantee they're going to stay together. But the intent was made. We all want each other to learn to love and respect each other. Because what does that do? That radiates that radiates positivity. It radiates wholesomeness, right? It radiates great things at the end of the day. Is there somebody that y'all work with that no matter what, they always smiling, they always happy? Is there somebody that y'all know that you could be having a bad day, when you get around that person, they just brighten up your day, they make you forget about what that problem was? They should have tried it first, but they haven't. Yeah, and that's marriage counseling. And marriage counseling, at the end of the day, get what? It's just counseling. But we're all counselors. Only difference is, I don't study no DSM-5. I think it's a DSM-6 out now, maybe a 7. I got enough life. You know what I mean? I done been through a lot. I'm only 32. I done been through. Y'all gonna find out what it really is. You know what I'm saying? But marriage counseling is designed to help people understand who they are. It just is. And then after you understand, that's the reason why every marriage counseling session, I don't care if you go through MFLAT, if you go through private, whatever, if you go through behavioral health, I don't care how you get there. You go to marriage counseling, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna sit you down individually. That's the first thing they're gonna do. Hey, he groomed. So you're saying by choice or subconsciously, this is his hold on. This is his paradigm. His paradigm is telling him, hey, let me take this person and groom them for somebody else's wife. That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. Maybe you gotta break that down and explain that. That don't make sense to me. I don't think the goal of them getting married was to get a divorce. I don't think that's nobody's goal. To get married and get a divorce. It's getting dark, y'all. But I don't think that's nobody's goal. I think what happened was, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They need to explain that more. I think what happened was what I've been saying this whole time. Or in my first video, she bossed up. She bossed up. And not everybody's prepared to deal with that. The goal is to get married, have kids, I have, and it does wonders, but marriage is hard, but it takes two. Marriage is always gonna be hard. If somebody said marriage was easy, why is the divorce rate so high? Did y'all know, what's our generation? We're, what is our generation? We're which generation are we in? I'm 32. What generation am I? Anyways, the generation that's coming after me, some studies show that they're gonna have fewer divorces. What time is it, man? Okay. Studies gonna show they're gonna have fewer divorces. Why are they gonna have fewer divorces? Why? I think it's because our young kids, as they growing up in this world, you know what they doing? They're focusing on them more. Those kids are focusing on them more. These kids growing up now, they gonna know what they want out of life. So when they make the decision to be with somebody, it's gonna be real, but they gonna continue to put themselves first. That's just how I feel about it. I think the biggest question is, can they make their marriage work? Can they get it together? Exactly. If they come back together in the same household, I hope she got a 6-month lease, so she doing month to month. You know what I mean? But if they come back together in the same household, guess what? There's gonna be resentment. And they gotta be able to process that resentment. They gotta be able to deal with their resentment. Because if not, they just gonna keep clashing. That's just how it works. Facts. It just works like that. But it also steals. Y'all know, let me ask y'all something. Y'all ever met or have experienced or seen, right? You got two people, right? Man was this super crazy, angry dude, right? Over time, wife learned this and became super angry too. Man wakes up through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations and says, you know what? I'm gonna change. So the man works on real change, meaning this man starts to change this man creates or produces a paradigm shift, right? Changes his paradigm and really changes. But his wife stays the same. No matter what sticks or stones she throws at him, he continues to stay the same. You know what's gonna happen over time? Two things. Either one, she ain't gonna never change and bruh just may not have no dignity. Or two, she gonna change. He gonna help change her. The end state's still the same. The goal is to have two healthy people in the same household so kids can look up to and become healthy adults as well. She wants him to come and get her and fight. And when he doesn't, she gonna feel resentment. That's a valid point. I mean, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I get they have issues, but I feel like they shouldn't have put on the camera or shoot. That's what I was saying earlier. Oh boy, he said that his mom is the realest. And he tells his mom everything. He told her what was up. Your parents, they love you first. They love you first. That's just how it go. If you want a real conversation from somebody that's gonna tell you the real, it should be an unbiased person. this is another thing too. If you're gonna get involved in somebody's marriage as a friend, as a supporter, support the marriage first. The marriage should be supported first. It shouldn't be team wife, team husband. It should be team marriage first, because a divorce is 50-50. Hey, look, I gotta go. It's getting cold out here, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody chiming in, you know what I mean? Hey, keep on commenting and doing y'all thing. Keep supporting us and everything. Hey, if y'all got any questions, not a question, but if y'all have any video ideas for us, let us know. Mama always said, keep your marriage issues behind closed doors. Facts. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Not my mama. She want to know it all. She want to know what's up with everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my mama called me, right? She'd be like, hey, man, how you and Jen doing? I'm like, we good. We straight. What's up with you? Oh, nothing. Just got all work. So, what you and Jen been up to? Oh, nothing. You know, just working, doing our thing, you know. What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Because if you I love my mama, right? I love my dad too. If you give them that information, you opening up that door. If you hop on YouTube, hop on the internet, and you give the world that information, hey, we gonna comment. We all love this stuff. We gonna comment. I wish them, before I go, you know, see that car? Before I go, I wish them the best. And if they're gonna come together, they gotta come together correct. With my husband and I can't even fight for facts. Facts. If you got an issue, yo, hey, what's that say? And for reasons, it's just like placing somebody. That may be true, but what you got to understand is you got to understand that hurricane concept. Okay, you got to understand that hurricane concept. And me and my wife break up for whatever reason. And I don't deal with that. I don't process that. That resentment, that abandonment, that loss. If I don't process that, when I move on, because there's a lot of fish in the sea, right? I'm gonna bring that with me. So all that, oh, you building yourself up for somebody else's wife and husband. By trying to hear all that, you know what I mean? No disrespect though. I'm just saying, you gotta deal with you first. You should be your #1 supporter. You are the most important person in your household. You first. Because your husband's gonna benefit from you putting you first. Your wife's gonna benefit from you putting you first. And your kids are gonna benefit from you putting you first. JBandE 100.